Aryan Azel Espialen from FSM 1D. Types of mixing methods are creaming, kneading, whipping, cutting, beating, mixing, blending, fold in, cut and fold, sifting, stirring, rubbing, punching, in this background, this is a creaming method. When we say creaming method, it's also known as a sugar shortening method. The sugar and shortening fat are blended together first and then creaming by added mixing. During creaming, small air cells are formed and then incorporated into the mix, and this becomes larger in the volume and softer in consistency. Kneading method is the process of the developing dough into a smooth elastic ball. When flour is mixed with the liquid gluten, strands are formed kneading. Kneading methods develops the gluten by making it stronger and more elastic for the better volume and gas retention, while developed gluten allows to yeast dough the stretch and expand as it rises. Whipping method is usually used for sponge, egg whites, for meringue, pavlova cakes, and for chiffon cakes products. When making sponge cake, most of the sugar is added to the eggs before beginning whipping. During a whipping air, cells are formed and incorporated into the mix. Cutting method is incorporating the butter into the flour in such a way that little lumps of the raw butter remain whole within the flour mixture. When the dough is baked, these little lumps create separation in the structure of the finished product, which is what gives it that flaky consistency. Beating method is to impart a light and airy texture to the substance that is being beaten. Many foods are beaten, one of the most common being egg, when a light and the air texture is required by certain recipes like the sponge cake. When you say beating, it's usually carried out as a sub-process in the preparation of food. Mixing methods, two or more ingredients are evenly dispersed in one another until they become one product. Each mixing method gives a different texture and character to the good and electric mixer. It's often used to beat the ingredients together blend. Ingredients are mixed, so truly they become one. Take note for that each mixing method give a different texture and characters to the baked good. Blending method is culinary technique used for making cakes when the weight of the sugar is equal to or greater than the weight of the flour. Case method is used for layer cakes, gingerbread, and many others made in quantity. Folding or fold-in is a gentle mixing method. The aim is to incorporate delicate ingredients or components without causing deflation. Folding also traps extra air in the batter and breaks up existing air bubbles into smaller ones. You use the folding techniques to gently combine light and airy mixtures such as beaten egg whites or whipped cream with heavier mixtures such as butter, flour, or fruit purees, or folding in melted chocolate or butter in a butter. Cut and fold with the rubber spatula starting at the top. Cut down from the center of the mixtures to the bottom of the bowl, then draw the scraper quickly towards you against the edge of it, and up to the left and out. You are tossed, bringing a bit of the mixtures at the bottom of the pan after the egg whites are folding it over. Sifting is a preparation produced of passing a dry ingredient such as flour or sugar through a mesh bottom sieve. This process combines air with ingredients being sifted, making it lighter and more uniform in texture, which improves the baking of food preparation process. Stirring. Stirring is important to keep the starch granules as well as starch spills from ruptured granules suspended and moving, which reduce the formation of lumps. Stirring also keeps the temperature of the sauce uniform so the sauce stays smooth as each starch granule takes up its share of water. Rubbing is a technique where flour is rubbed into a fat to make dishes such as short, crust, pastry, crumbs, and cones. Using your fingertips, rub your flour and butter together until the mixture resembles breadcrumbs or coarse depending on the recipe. Punching. Dough removes some of the gas bubbles formed by yeast during rising the produce, and finer grain it also retributes the yeast cell, sugar and moisture so they can ferment the rice and dough during the proofing stage. This relaxes the gluten and makes the dough easier to roll out and shape. Thank you for listening to me and thank you for watching.